Eventers. Well, for more on the implications of this chemical attack on Douma, Homer Eventers joins us, Director of Programs for Physicians for Human Rights. Homer, thanks for being with us. I take it you share the shock of everybody regarding what has happened. Rather than ask you to comment on what's been said at the UN, give us your thoughts on what has been happening in Douma and what the possible consequences of that could be going forward.
Certainly, I think that right now we're concerned about the fatalities and the injuries of scores of civilians, women, children. We've all seen the videos. And we're concerned, first, that those patients receive access to care. Last year at Crunch 2, what we saw was that people who sought refuge and treatment in hospitals were subject to bombardment. And so the people that require care must receive care. But more importantly, open and unfettered access to UN investigators and others to document the nature of the attack, to establish what type of chemical agent may have been used, is absolutely imperative. The Syrian government must allow access. And finally, the world powers, Russia, the United States, China, must finally come together and support the International Criminal Court, and the accountability, which is you referenced in your report, is really what the Assad regime fears most.
Home Eventers, we're having problems with the sound, hearing exactly what you're saying, sir. I can hear you just about, and I know you're making very valid points about how there needs to be an independent inquiry, but getting access to the actual place is impossible because it's surrounded presently by Assad's troops, so it's impossible to actually ascertain how many people have been hurt, how many people have been killed, even at this point in time. But how important is it that the people who have been affected by this chemical weapon get right and proper treatment?
It's absolutely crucial. I think that one of the things we've seen, whether it's chlorine or sarin gas being used, it's important that the clinical staff, the doctors and nurses who are brave enough to remain behind and provide care, they must have the support and the access to their patients. They need medicines, in some cases like atropine, in many other cases decontamination supplies to simply wash off survivors. I think that we don't know how many been killed. There's certainly scores and scores, hundreds likely, of injured women and children and men who require treatment, and we must allow access to them both for provision of care, but also so that UN investigators can establish the truth of what has happened.
Home Eventers, Physicians for Human Rights, Director of Programs there. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. I apologise to people who are watching this for the sound quality, which was, it could have been a lot better. But I think the message loud and clear coming through from Home Eventers is that there needs to be a proper inquiry which gets to the bottom of who carried out the chemical attack, the full effects of it, and treatment urgently needs to get through to those people who've been contaminated in some way, shape or form by the substance that's been dropped, be it chlorine, be it sarin. Either way, it's very serious for those people in Douma who have been affected by this chemical attack.